Yo. Oop, I forgot to do that.
One's a former
I got too
NFL
much going
star
on.
turned esports coach.
But I was getting the stink eye from my wife. She's like, "What you doing?"
Terrible.
I'm like, "Nothing."
One might love his Switch more than his girlfriend.
Man, I hope she's not listening to this. Please.
And one's a dad who can't stop playing Rocket League.
These kids these days, they're like, blah, 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 blah. We're used to jump and run.
Together, they welcome you to Ahman Green's Gamers Lounge.
Welcome into the Gamers Lounge. You just saw me fumble the ball on that intro right there, but hey, I pick it up and keep running. That's how you do it. Hey, so welcome into Ahman Green's Gamers Lounge. I just finishing off my breakfast right now, just letting y'all know. So I'm getting a little sloppy here. But that's how we do it on the Gamers Lounge on Ahman Green TV. I'm always eating something. I think it's fun. You gotta eat though. So I'm rolling solo today, as you see there in the title. My man John is broadcasting Wisconsin women's volleyball. The women's team made it to the Final Four, along with the school I used to go to. Nebraska's also in the Final Four. And there's two other schools. I can't think of the name. Let me look at my text message from John from the other day. He said, let's see here. Wisconsin, Louisville, Pittsburgh, or Pitt. So Louisville versus Wisconsin and Pitt versus Nebraska. So hopefully we could beat Pitt. Go Big Red, ladies. Go them Husker girl. Spike that ball. All right. So good luck for them. And John, we'll have John back next week for our holiday special there. So how are everybody doing today? I said y'all gonna have to, the people in the chat gonna have to help me run this show today. Keep it going. Keep the life, the blood going. I'm sorry, look at my fingers. Got avocado and egg sandwich. It's delicious. My wife created or made for me this morning. Thank you. So since last episode, what did we do? It's just a lot of fun stuff. Gaming. I didn't get a chance to finish my Halo campaign. The goal was to get it done by Saturday, but technology said no. So I logged in last Saturday, and I remember on Wednesday I streamed from the Edge VR Arcade here in Green Bay. DJ Hannah, thank you for the shout out and the follow. How you doing? You're a greenie now, and so I started to stream on Wednesday Halo Outreach or Halo Infinite campaign, and then the next day from home, obviously I forgot to download it, but I figured since I signed in on the computer the previous day through my Xbox Live account that everything would just sync up to where I left off in the campaign, but obviously it didn't, so I had to restart the campaign on my Xbox when I streamed the next day on Thursday. But then Saturday when I went back to Gamers Edge Arcade here, or Edge VR Arcade, it did the same thing. It made me start over and do the campaign from the beginning, but it still had all my achievements unlocked and everything. So I thought it was strange. So technology is what it is. So I can reach my goal of knocking out the campaign of Halo Infinite, but I know a lot of people that have done it. So a few of my players at Lakeland have done it already. We're in the off season, so they can play any game and play the games they wish to play. So in the chat, so that's what they did, and some of them finished it. They say, "Look good, coach." And I'm like, "All right, don't tell me everything." But the bearded Doty's here in the chat. Amen. How you doing? DJ Hannah Red, how you doing as well? And JF Cake 305, my Madden guy there. What's up, man? I'm doing good. Hope you're doing good. And then the bearded Doty says, personally, GTA 5 does not interest me anymore. Sad. Dr. Dre 2 single player DLC never came around. It came around when you were playing it? Well, it's out now. And I saw that. That's what we're going to talk about here in a little bit. You see it on the screen here. I thought I kind of, since I didn't have John on set on the Zoom with me, I'm just going to have it, have everything that we're going to talk about on the screen so you can see it, so you can hang out and talk about what we're talking about. And so obviously the first thing, so that was kind of my week. Trying to finish Halo, didn't happen. Played a little bit of Madden, and I say watch some fun movies, TV shows that we're going to talk about. I'll say movies that I watched in the last week. And now I know this week we got what, Spider-Man Far From Home or No Way Home, whatever which one it is. I know it's No Way Home with the multiverse and all that happening. And then I don't know. Here in Wisconsin, I believe it's Appleton. Friday night, we're going to see Nelly. It's getting hot in her. So Nelly's coming to town. A couple weeks ago, Ludacris was here. So I'm like, oh, the rappers are hitting up Wisconsin. I'm in northeast Wisconsin, not just Milwaukee and the Madison area. They're coming up way north. They getting cold, but it's not even cold right now. It's like almost 50 degrees today. It's like weird stuff. Sith Lordy, what's up, man? How you doing? What we got going on here? Well, it's just me. I'm rolling solo. John, like I mentioned, had to roll and announce the women's Final Four for volleyball. So we have Louisville versus Wisconsin, University of Pittsburgh versus Nebraska, my school. So go Big Red, ladies. Let's go. Let's win that first round to get to whoever. It'd be Wisconsin or Louisville. I'm pretty sure Wisconsin probably has the upper hand. They're a pretty good school, as are we, the ladies of Lincoln, Nebraska. In basketball, or in volleyball. All right, so first story, as you see on the screen here, is my man Dr. Dre. There's a lot going on in LA right now. You got Super Bowl coming up, so you got every rapper alive that put music on the map in LA just about performing at Super Bowl. But in the meantime, we already know Snoop Dogg, he does his Madden thing. But now, one of his buddies that basically got him on the scene. Excuse me for a second. And I finished taking my bite of my sandwich there. We got Dr. Dre is going to be in the DLC of GTA Online, GTA 5 online campaign. So if you remember, if you played the campaign, which I did for GTA 5, you beat it, and you remember Franklin. You know, he was the one. You know, I say one of the characters. I got food flying in my mouth. Characters / villains, bad dudes. But you know, obviously, from all the money he stole from in the campaign, in the original campaign, way back in like 2013 or whatever that was when GTA 5 came out. So now with the online play, so Dr. Dre comes in as a client of Franklin. So Franklin is a celebrity solutions. He created a celebrity solutions agency, and so he's attempting to lure Dr. Dre as one of his clients. So in the storyline itself, it's around Dr. Dre losing his phone, which contains obviously some of his music, of brand new music, from actually real music. So this is not just a video game thing. So it's actually real music from Snoop that is getting leaked out here. But I say actually it was leaked out back in October. So in the game, you're going to have real music that you got to find and help Dr. Dre protect and not get out there where he's not making the money on that. So it's other additions and new radio stations, updates existing the station with Dr. Dre's music, and additional opportunities for the agency to work. You got new weapons, new vehicles, and much more in GTA 5 Online, and they're still waiting on more improvements to the GTA trilogy. The contract will become available on GTA Online actually this week, actually today. So it is today that this thing is live. So you could download it. It's probably already been able to download. I'm pretty sure somebody's already beat it and got all the songs that Dre's putting out, because he's doing big things. We know that. He's doing Super Bowl. Snoop's doing it. But Ice Cube. No. Ice-T, maybe, is doing it. Yep. So it's going to be fun. I'm trying to get out the Super Bowl, you know. Especially if the Pack go. And the Packers looking good right now. So if that happens, we getting on out there. See, I want to play the DLC so bad. That's what JFK said. Yeah, gotta get it. I haven't touched GTA in so long. It's been a minute. It's been a real minute since that. But I did it. I remember my first. I have a story about it when it first went online, where you could do kind of like the side stories where you're robbing banks and robbing financial firms, things of that nature. And me and my friend Ben, who lives with, you know, he's a native of Green Bay, Wisconsin, and we both had the game, and we beat the game together. And he's like, all right, let's do the online stuff. You know, they had car races, you could rob banks together or whatever, financial firms, all that. So we decided, hey, let's start small. Let's start robbing within the game, obviously. Let's start robbing convenience stores and go from there. And then once we get really good, and obviously we get more people on our team to rob with, it was just the two of us, we build our team out. Then we're going to rob the bank, you know, go Ocean's 11 on them, right? But let's start small, nickel and dime places. So we go to this convenience store that was like on Malibu, you know, on PCH in the game. And we roll up on it. So I'm like, the game plan was Ben, he's the lookout. He watches out the door while I stick up the clerk at the register for the money within the game. I'm gonna keep saying that. So this is not a real stick up because I'm not a veteran in robbery. Just so you know, in the game, in the video game world, in the metaverse, yes, this is going down. So I'm sticking up the clerk. I'm like, hey, you know, my character's got the gun and saying, hey, you know, hand over your money, this, that, and the other. Then all of a sudden, I hear my comms. I hear Ben said, hey, AG, we got a problem. I'm like, what? He said, hey, it's a crew of guys just rolled up. Like 4 or 5 of them just jumped out the car, and they got an RPG. I'm like, oh. He said, RPG. Bo, he's dead. His character gets blown up, and I turn around. So I go to look at him, and I turn back around. The clerk got a shotgun in my face. Boom, I get blew up with a shotgun, and then I'm dead. Robbery faulted. Robbery not completed. Robbery a disaster. And so we get back, you know, we respawn somewhere else on the map of San Andreas, and we're like, hey, bro, we got to figure something out. That didn't go good. So we talked about it again. We tried it again in the same result. We got third party by another group of dudes online, people, you know, a couple of people, another group of people online, and we just like, you know what, we give it up. We just want to do the little easy missions, like the assassinations, and, you know, go back and run the campaign again together. That's like that, all that, because doing all the side missions when GTA Online first went online, we didn't have enough in our crew. It was only 2 of us, and we were getting battered and bruised, beat up. So we was like, nah, that's good. Seth Lordy says, so much fun to just cause havoc in GTA with various vehicles. I played the hell out of Vice City. Now, that was a game I played. That's when Vice City came out, excuse me. That's when you had the cheat codes. And so I would cheat code money, all the weapons, and all the vehicles. And then, then I couldn't, what's the invulnerability. I would not die. So those cheat codes I would put into my PlayStation 2 at the time. Type it in, boom, 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 and they would go. They would work. And that's when I would start my missions. I would start, because I beat the game, and then I was just collecting all the side missions that come up around there. Prof Peter TV, thanks for the sub. Appreciate you. Thank you very much. You are now a greenie in the house. Oh, no, we are already friends. We're already friends here. So you've been a greenie since for a minute here. That was before me. 2014. You've been on Twitch. That's awesome. All right, get into the next storyline. So the next storyline is something I found on Kotaku. Games Biz is they have done this year over year. They do a section. They did it last year for 2020. It was a 5-part, 6-part, different part series on game changers in the video game industry. And so I kind of was searching something different, something I hadn't talked about in a while. So I found this article. So you can find this article and all the other 4 before this one, and I think it's a few more coming up after this, is talking about game changers in the industry. So as we see, come on, alerts. Really? A PlayStation alert stuff going on. Don't you hate that on your computer? It's over. So we got the game changers parts, stories telling every week another story about who's changing the game in the video game industry. And so this one, today's game changer, I found a great article. It's led by a movement against hate raids, champion audio in Latin America, support LGBTQ plus professionals, and a run of database diversity results. So it is on Wreck-It Raven, a content creator here on Twitch. She's a full-time content creator, Twitch partner, and activist, raising awareness of several issues affecting marginalized communities. And so she says here, she initially started in October of 2016. Actually, same year I started in March of that year. And because she said, my partner told me at the time I couldn't. And so Raven tells us, so I did. So I love that part, because when people tell me I can't do something, I'm gonna try to prove them wrong. She's definitely proving them wrong. So she wanted to carve out her own little corner on the internet to create friendships and it evolve from there. So earlier this year, she led a conversation combating harassment on Twitch following an uptick in the amount of hate raids and abuse that creators, particularly marginalized streamers, received in 2021. So in September of this year, Raven co-led a hashtag a day off of Twitch, a movement that saw streamers on the platform abstain from broadcasting for a day in order to push Twitch into taking action for all the marginalism and discrimination among streamers. So this platform was implemented a series of features around the time of the protest, including better hate speech filters, phone verification for chat, and as well as plans to stop people from evading bans. So that I say that's all great, because this is something that I say we keep the conversation going, and you address stuff that's still going, because once 2020 hit, we knew we had a lot of things that we needed to work on in the world, not just here in America, but here on Twitch as well, because we know how the toxicity online can be. If it's here in the Twitch chat, if you're in League of Legends chat, if you're in Madden chat, Call of Duty, Halo chat, all those things, and obviously bringing up Call of Duty Activision, the things that's going on there, this is all in that same neighborhood. So GamerBiz is doing a good job of keeping the conversation going, because that's the only way, this is in my opinion, the only way you keep the change coming and going for everyone, like myself, like Raven here, creators that are trying to make a business for themselves, but also at the same time trying to help change the world one little bit at a time. So I'm very excited, like I said, to see this article, to read it, and to know that Twitch is doing their best, the best way they can, to continue creating change here in the video game sense. And the goal, and you get on the article, you can read, what they're doing with the game audio latum as well. So that is an exclusive community of learning for those seeking to work in audio design in the video game industry, supporting Spanish-speaking members at all stages of their career and encompassing all aspects of audio design. Game Audio Latum is an abbreviation for Latin America. Is a place where designers can learn, network, share their knowledge and experiences together. So this is something, again, like I said, just useful information. Just know that the rock is continued to keep moving by different people in our industry. And it goes on to talk about Gordon Bellamy, who I've definitely been in a conversation with him before. I can't remember when and where, but I know we've talked. But he's another guy. He works with Microsoft. He's doing the same thing. He's developed the same stuff through EA Sports, through Microsoft. So he's also in that push along with myself. That's why I'm relaying the message. So hope everybody go to GamerBiz, check this article out. Hot Sauce, what's up, man? How you doing? I'm doing good today. I hope you're doing well as well. I hope you're doing well today. Also, so go to GamerBiz, check out this article. It's called Game Changers for 2021, and it has a list. This is just one of the articles that you can read of what people are doing to keep the change going on here in the gaming world for us in video games and esports. So now we're off to that one fun conversation.
This or that.
All right, this or that. I know that's what a lot of everybody comes into the Twitch chat. This now, like I said, I'm rolling solo, so I'm gonna need everyone to chime in on this so we can have fun today. So we're doing the winter edition, not quite Christmas. So not just think Christmas. This is not Christmas yet. We'll do Christmas next week. So this is winter. This is doing like a winter version of this or that. So here in the winter time, which I have, my answer is going to be here, right? It's going to be fixed right here. So the first question is, are you hot cocoa or are you tea? My answer is tea. Already, I think this is some good old echinacea. Keep the throat from getting all the phlegm. From the Twitch chat, Hot Sauce, Peter Prof Peter TV, Seth Lordley. Where you at on that? Seth Lordley answers first and quick with hot cocoa. Hot sauce is coffee. Tea is coffee better than tea, better than hot cocoa. So I'm assuming that's coffee. Hot sauce. Hawk versus Spawn has tea, please for me. Yep, and tea, please for me, sir. Good day, governor. Here's my tea. Oh no, you gotta go like this. Here's my spot of tea. There you go. All right, we got JFK. He says hot cocoa as well, at least for the winter. Yeah, for sure. And you're in Florida. There's really no winter down there, but yeah, I could see you sitting at a cafe or at home gaming with a thing of hot chocolate in Florida. You can't really enjoy it because it's not really cold outside unless it's 50 degrees, and that's cold for your Miami folks down there, Florida, South Florida folks. Hot sauce is between the two. I take tea. Okay, that's where he went there. All right, hot sauce. My kids love hot cocoa, all with all the marshmallows though. Of course. Yeah, I remember my mom. She used to fix those for me every now and then between before we moved back to Nebraska. But once we got back there, that hot cocoa came in money. But as I got older and got obviously a little more health conscious, get the tea, get the echinacea, keep the body immune system strong. All right. So next item on the list. We have another food reference in terms of winter. You got chili or soup, and that's any kind of soup. Just so you know. So, a hot bowl of chili. And I'll tell you, if anybody is not, a lot of folks are not from Wisconsin. I'll tell you how they eat chili here in Wisconsin than any other state that I lived in prior to moving here. Chili or soup? What is your pick? So we got Wahoo Sam. What's up, man? Go Big Red. And the Wisconsin ladies are in the Final Four. Wahoo Sam. Just letting you know, Seth Lordley is chili along with Sam. And hot sauce, it says depends on the soup. So give me your soup. Hot sauce? What's your soup? We had the bread bowl soup. Oh, yeah, the bread bowl soups from Panera is on point. I just had one. I had the vegetable medley or the 12. No, it's the vegetable medley or something like that. Vegetable minestrone. It was a good soup. I'm down for anything like that. I like minestrone soup. That's my soup. So I'm gonna go soup, and the vegetable one. That's where I'm headed at. We got Prof Peter TV says I make my own stock from turkey bones. Ooh, we got a what's it? Food Network chef on here. Love making homemade soups. I do too. I did a chicken noodle soup. Prof Peter one time and came out pretty good. All right. And hot sauce says bread bowl with cheesy bacon potato. I would, but I'm trying to avoid the dairy now. I'm a little lactose intolerant. Hot sauce, but I like the flavor. You can't go wrong with bacon for sure. He says, but I do love chili. If I make chili, though, I don't put the beans in it, just meat, baby. I hear you. Wahoo Sam says Cincinnati chili is the weirdest chili I've ever seen. Okay. Wahoo Sam, what is that chili? Explain it. JFK also says soup. I love clam chowder. Okay, we got clam chowder guy there on the East Coast, of course. So, who's that? Who had the Wahoo Sam? What's the Cincinnati chili? And then I'll give you my Wisconsin. I'll say maybe Green Bay, but maybe Wisconsin chili. You got to explain that. It's chili served on spaghetti noodles. Oh, well, there was my my whole big explanation of Wisconsin chili. It's the same thing here in Wisconsin. It's either spaghetti noodles or macaroni noodles with the chili on top of it, which when I moved here, I did not know that was a thing. I thought it was kind of odd, but it's definitely maybe an upper Midwest thing, type of thing that rolls off there. So I said, what if we keep rolling with food topics? I'm gonna have to send Grubhub orders out to us getting hungry. Well, we'll be announcing. I am working with a company here coming soon. So the announcement will be, I believe, later today or tomorrow. So that might be something that'll be able to happen real soon. And it's going to be more on the health side because I'm a health junkie. I'm a workout. I'm a gym rat, as they say. It says, yeah, Ohio does that too. Hot sauce says, okay. And yeah, I think that's a Midwest thing. Is gumbo considered a type of chili? Good question, JFK. I would say my dad. That was his. He was from that neck of the woods, New Orleans. I would say it is. It's close to a chili. It's obviously different. You wouldn't. It's definitely different in terms of the ingredients and the way you could make it. But you could do the same with chili. You could change some of the ingredients. It still could be called a chili. So I say gumbo could be close, or jambalaya even. That could be close to that. Is that I need to be a little more healthier myself. Hot sauce, yeah, we can help you out with that. It says maybe I can find some motivation from the GOAT. Yes, we could do that, hot sauce. All right, next item on the list is clothing. So when you're in the Midwest and you got weather declining below the temperature of 30 degrees, so you got to get ready to throw this on. So your items on the list here are beanie or just ear warmers. Are you a beanie person or an ear warmer? I'm gonna go first. I mean, I gotta go first. I'm the only host on the show today. Beanie. I'm a beanie guy. Beanie all day. Hot sauce. Boom. Right there with me. I knew you were a beanie guy. Hot sauce. Nice. Yeah, he was a good thing. Good vibes. I'm a beanie guy all day. It doesn't matter if it's like, it's a couple different types of beanies. It's the big stripes around the top beanie, and it has the little puff ball on top. I have beanies like that. And then I have also the beanies that kind of flip up in the front, or I just have the straight, just one layer of winter thread on my head too. So I have a variety of beanies. I have a Batman beanie. I have a Master Chief beanie. I have obviously Nebraska, Green Bay. So I have a ton of beanies. Sometimes it's hard to pick when I'm wearing my beanies here. Then we have Gaming While Dad says beanies all day, wearing the Green Bay beanie right now. Bet. JFK is also a beanie. Even though he lives in Florida, he's still sporting a beanie. I think he had one on when we met. And Hot Sauce says, I like the beanie with the small bill in the front of it. Oh, yeah. I've had a few of those. Yep, I had a Jordan one like that and a Nike one. Them are pretty cool. Yep. We got Tooth Boat Toe says, the legend. Hey, man, how you doing? And you are now officially a greeting, Tooth Boto, if I said that correctly. If I didn't, I have no problem being corrected on that. What's your favorite video game that you were put in? Well, the only game I've been in. Oh, no, I've been in two. So Madden and then NFL Street, and I like both. I say the most funnest one obviously is NFL Street because they had me really superhero yoked, and I was jumping off walls, running down the football field. Me and Ricky Williams were the best running backs on that game. So if you picked me or Ricky, the run game was taken care of. So good question to Bodo, if I'm saying that correctly. And Wahoo Sam says, were you not in NFL 2K? I was in NFL 2K. And actually, I did the motion body capture for the first NFL 2K that came out in 1999. It had Randy Moss on the cover, but I was the body for running backs, quarterbacks, wide receivers, defensive backs, and linebackers. So I was a body type for those 4-5 positions in that game. So good little factoid for you there, Gaming Wild Dad, and everybody else here in the chat. All right, next item on the list is getting down and dirty in the snow angels, or a snowball fight. Which one? I know. I'm going to go. I'm sorry. I like to get rough and tough. I like to go for the snowball fights in the snow, And I'm accurate. I play baseball. I can nail you. I aim for the head. I'm sorry. Just get your head down. You don't get took out. And we have Wahoo Sam says snowball fight all day. Oh, that's team member. So that's 1, 2, 3. Hot Sauce is number 3. Seth Lordley is number 4. So we got a team of 5 right there. And Gaming Wild Dad makes that 6. Headshots all day. Yep. Hawk versus Spawn on Snow Angel. He's Snow Angels. My aim is crap. He says my Snow Angel. My aim is crap. Okay, gotcha. No problemo there. Hawk versus Spawn. Sandcastles. Well, JFK is speaking from the fact that he lives in South Florida, so no snow for him. So sandcastles, we could throw that in there for you, JFK. Gotcha. All right, snowball fights. It's just like what we could go to any Christmas movie. I don't know if it was a snowball fight in Home Alone, but I know he threw a couple at the bank. The robbers that was trying to come in the house. A Christmas Story snowball fight. There's a couple other movies that had them in there. So do you go full out like the snowball fight in the movie Dumb and Dumber? Yes, there you go. I was trying to think of some other ones. And Dumb and Dumber, what a great movie. Yes, indeed. And so next items on the list, we're getting into the treats of the winter time. So fudge, chocolate fudge, or white chocolate. There's white chocolate fudge, and there's regular fudge, and then there's cookies. So fudge or cookies. And so for me, right away, I'm a cookie guy. I just asked my wife to make some. She made some snickerdoodles last week. They came out awesome, delicious. I tell her all the time we need to start a business, start selling things online. Everybody else got business online. Why can't we sell the baked goods online? And the cookies are awesome. And so now coming up for Christmas soon, I'm probably going to go with my favorite, which is chocolate chip. But she does this one. She put it a twist on one. Hot sauce says cookies. She put walnuts or pecans and JD. I think it was Jack Daniels. No, Southern Comfort. Southern Comfort chocolate chip cookies. No, bourbon. I'm sorry, bourbon. Pecans, chocolate chip cookies, and bourbon in the cookie. Whew. Fire. On fire. That's all I gotta say. Fire. So we got hot sauce. Says cookies for him. And then Seth Lordley says, give me the traditional fudge. Hawk versus Spawn, chocolate. Anything chocolate or fudgy is good for him. All right. And then hot sauce, I make cookies for the fam. Nice. What cookies do you make for the fam, hot sauce? That's what I gotta know. Gaming While Dad cookies, fudge is too rich. You can't get a little sweet there on the teethies. Trying to keep it from getting cavities and everything. And JF Cake says cookies as well. Then Gaming While Dad says my wife makes banging meringue cookies. Ooh, lemon meringue cookies. That's different. Haven't had that. Hot sauce says chocolate chip is definitely the best. Yes, it is. I gotta agree. It says he also says here in Amish country though they make some phenomenal fudge. Yo, I heard about that. I haven't had it, but I heard about that. Wahoo Sam says I like the thin chocolate chip when they get crispy. Yes, indeedy. Fat and greedy. Yes, indeed. I like that hot sauce. I don't like crispy cookies. Yo, see my cookies. When my wife cooks, she doesn't like this, what I do. But I grab them right out the oven. So when she puts them down and kind of let them, they're supposed to settle, as the baker term says. They got to settle. No, as soon as they're coming out, I grab them. I grab like one or two and put them on a napkin so I don't burn my hand. And then I wait maybe 20 seconds, maybe 30 to get enough where I can eat them without you don't have to do that, So I get them fresh out the oven. And then he said that hot sauce says he makes chocolate chip, a lot of sugar cookies, peanut butter, chocolate chip, and Reese's butter chips. Nice. JF says sugar cookie and M&M surprisingly good. Yeah, I can agree with that. Good things. M&Ms are good too. They've been around forever. And then hot sauce says, Gaming While Dad likes that hot sauce likes soft cookies too. Yes, they gotta be nice and soft, almost chewy. All right, PC alert here. That's my boy, show Lawler on YouTube. He's a Rocket League guy. Go watch him. Check him out. And next items on the list. Got two more left. Another clothing item. So, are you a sweaters? Do you wear sweaters or scarves? Wrap that thing around your face. Sweaters or scarves? Yes, chewy all the way. Gaming While Dad. Yes, indeed. But sweaters or scarves? I don't know. I'm probably more of a sweaters guy, especially that. The ugly sweater is becoming a popular thing now. I'm probably more there. I have a Halo. I have a Master Chief sweater that I'll probably wear on show. I have a Star Wars sweater. And I think I have a Gears of War sweater. Christmas sweater. These are all Christmas sweaters. A Packers Christmas sweater, of course, living in this area. Gaming While Dad says scarf. For me, sweaters get way too hot. That's true. Hot sauce sweaters. Seth Lordley says sweater, Disneyland Spirit jersey. Okay. What's that? I miss it. Star Wars. I'm trying to think. Spirit jersey. Hot sauce got me a Boba Fett tattoo. Ooh. Oh, did you show? I think you showed it to me. I'm not sure, but I think you did. Or you talked about it. Oh, you did show it to me. You did show it on your leg. Hot sauce, I remember. You showed me. JFK says sweater with shorts. Nice. Yep. I remember that hot sauce. I was like, dope. That's what I need. It's like tattoos that I probably need because I like them a lot. One is Master Chief. I don't have that. I do have a Batman because I love Batman. I got the shirt on right now. Master Chief is 2. Boba Fett should be 3. And I think that'll be it. That'll be it. I think for tattoos before I pass. I got a long time. I'm gonna be here a long time. So I got at least 4 or 5 tattoos. Yeah, to get on my body. All right, here we go. And then Hot Sauce says the man has a great memory. Thank you, Hot Sauce. Appreciate that. And the last item on the this or that list for winter edition, we have a heated blanket. This is when you get all nice and cozy at home watching that Christmas movie. A heated blanket or a cozy fireplace. Heated blanket, cozy fireplace. Hey, heated blanket though. It's a game changer. I was trying to find something else. It's a game changer though. Fireplace is also a game changer too if you have them in your house. So Seth Lordley says, Ahman, I'll tag you in a Disneyland Star Wars Spirit jersey. Posted on IG. You'll be collecting them, no doubt. Oh, if it's Star Wars, Sith, I'm all in. Wahoo Sam, fireplace. Hot Sauce, fireplace. Seth Lordley, fireplace. Yeah, heated blanket. It's a game changer. It comes in handy. Fireplace though, it kind of sets the scene though for all Christmas stuff and like date night at home type thing. So I'm gonna go with y'all. I'm gonna go fireplace as well. Even though heated blanket does come in handy when it gets cold in the house. You know, a little extra cold when it gets like below 0 here in Northeast Wisconsin. And Hawk versus Spawn says they got those weighted blankets. Yeah. My wife bought one I think it was last year or 2 years ago. And actually, it's not bad. I like it. I mean, obviously, it's heavy when you're trying to lift it all at once to take it off the bed. But to fall asleep with a weighted blanket, we have one that weighs, I think, 10 pounds or 15 pounds, something like that. It's awesome. Where are we at here? And then Hot Sauce says they are nice, but I could easily just get another blanket. Right. Instead of spending the money, you know. Save that money, keep that money in the bank, you know, just get 3 or 4 covers, just throw it on the bed. And also Hot Sauce says, I like them heated socks. Yes, I heard about heated socks. Don't have a pair, but heard about them. That is a game changer. All right, good job here. And this or that, good participation. Thank you, Greenies, with the help there. Now we're heard into
Release the games. It's time for the game releases. Game releases.
So we got game releases here. So I'm gonna go into. I found this game. Was it Five Nights at Freddy's Security Breach? I heard of the game. You know, I haven't played it yet, but I'm gonna definitely get into it this holiday season. So Five Nights at Freddy's Security Breach is an upcoming game in 2021. It's a survival horror game developed by Steel Wool Studios and published by Scott Games. And it's actually due out tomorrow, December 16th. The only thing about this game, I say they're making it terrible for kids that either go to amusement parks or Chuck E. Cheese. Because if you have young kids, I won't say not young kids, but if you have kids, this might mess them up. Seeing the dolls come to life and actually chasing you and hunting you down, and like in this game, potentially killing you. But here's a video I'm going to run. It's on all the systems, I believe: Xbox, PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, Microsoft. It's on PC, Microsoft Windows. So that means you can get it on Steam as well. I say the price ranges from $49.99 to $50 in terms of the game, and then obviously Funko statues. They've been around forever. But yeah, check it out. But like I said, this game can mess kids up, because when I first saw the first version, I'm like, that looks like Chuck E. Cheese. And I was like, if I was a kid and I saw Chuck E. Cheese, if I played that game and then went to Chuck E. Cheese, I'll be messed up. I'll be like, nah, I'm not going to Chuck E. Cheese. Those things are alive. They're just waiting until all the lights go out and take us out, you know. So we had Wahoo Sam says, I used to hunt with my dad. Oh, no, Hot Sauce said, I used to hunt with my dad and we were great hunters. Okay, cause my feet always got cold. That's with the heated socks. Got you. All right. And then Wahoo Sam says, did you use the hand warmers that are little packets that heat up when you're in the NFL? Yes, I did. And I was just actually letting a fan know. I went to the game last week about the heat warmers and the foot warmers that work the same. in your either shoes or your gloves. So boom, that's a game changer too. Is the hand warmers or the feet warmers. And Hot Sauce says, my kids love Five Nights at Freddy. I just hope, Hot Sauce, for your kids, it doesn't mess them up for like amusement parks at Chuck E. Cheese with these big dolls that you see, these animated figures you see at, if there is even Chuck E. Cheese is still around. I think the one here in Green Bay might have shut down, or if it's like open, it's not open full time anymore. So hopefully that don't happen. Eeyore, what's up, man? How you doing? He said, yes, this is the new one. Do they even have animatronics still there? I don't know. That's a good question. But I'm going to run this video here. You can watch it. And we have audio. We have sound. So there is Five Nights at Freddy coming up. See there? I told you. Look at that doll. That is messed up.
Thank you for visiting, and we hope you enjoyed the show. Freddy
that dog eating somebody right there.
But they'll be back again next week after a few days of scheduled maintenance. Freddy Fazbear's Mega Pizzaplex is now closed, initiating nighttime protocols.
No! Wait, I'm still here!
Man, see, look. A 10-year-old kid messed up. It's on PS5 right here. See, I'm just thinking about my nieces and nephews below the age of 12. They might be donezo, but I was a horror movie kid too, so I don't know.
You should be able to escape when the security doors reopen at 6 a.m. Until then, keep moving and try not to draw attention to yourself. If there is another way out, I will help you find it. I promise.
The music nice. I like that. But yeah, see the Chuck E. Cheese dolls playing music instruments, and now they're coming to life to chase you around and try to eat you. It's cold-blooded, man. That ain't right. All right, he's destroying the amusement
Please make your way
or
to the
the
front
restaurant's
of the building, where you will
toy,
be
other
given
toys.
novelty
He's like, nah,
glasses,
that don't work.
a voucher for 1 free soda refill, and where you will sign a legal disclaimer releasing us of all liability for anything that might have happened during your visit. Have an awesome
Got a
night,
Donnie
and we'll see you
Darko
again
vibe right
soon.
there with the rabbit. Come on, man. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that.
Would you like to take a short survey about your experience?
Yeah, I want to take a survey. I will not come back. No, I will come back because I love horror games. I'm just talking about for kids' sake. So if you are a parent and you allow your child that is under 10 years old to play this game, you should get, I'm going to spray you with a super soaker if I ever see you.
There it is.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's over now.
Death.
That look like, is that Doom game? Oh, man. So we're done with that. But that's Five Nights at Freddy. Security breach right there on PlayStation 4, 5, Xbox Series X, and also PC. So the chat love that one. Let me see right here. That's all says they are. So my kids love the Five Guys. Yep, Five Nights at Freddy. You said this is in actual survival game. That's what it said. It says survival game. Hot sauce. So Seth Lorley got to toughen up the kids up. This is hey, that sounds like something my brothers would say to me when I was a kid. Got to toughen you up, man. We just going to dislocate your shoulder at 2. What? You dislocated my shoulder at 2 years old? Like, bro, I see why I could play football. I could deal with y'all knucklehead. Hot Sauce says, this is different. This looks pretty cool. Yeah, it is definitely different. All that craziness. What are you smacking on? I'm eating grapes now. I told you I'm a healthy breakfast. You know, I'm a health nut. Yep, like I said, the Hot Sauce, the Donnie Darko little rabbit walking around. That ain't cool. That ain't cool. Cellar door. All right. So to wrap up the show coming up here, we got What's on Stream next here.
Row, row, row your boat gently up the... sorry. Excuse me. It's time for What's on Stream.
All right, What's on Stream? And it's on HBO Max. It is King Richard, the Serena and Venus Williams story of their father and his 87-page plan. 78-page plan for their careers getting into the tennis world. So armed with a clear vision and brazen, the 78-page Richard Williams is determined, or says 78-page plan. Richard Williams determined to write his two daughters, Venus and Serena, into the history books. Training on tennis courts in Compton, California, Richard shapes the girls' unyielding commitment and keen intuition. So, me and my wife watched this. This has been out for a while now. November 18th is when the movie come out. But if you have HBO Max, I say watch this. This is good, motivating, inspirational, and just shows you the history of Venus and Serena Williams and their family. And they had multiple siblings. It wasn't just them two. I think it was all girls and three other daughters that were able. I say one daughter became, she was valedictorian in high school and I think college too. So the daughters that Richard Williams and his wife raised, they did an outstanding job, and he had a plan. And if you watch the movie, he watch how, when you have a plan, especially when it deals with your kids, and people started to come along to help, and he's trying to figure out if they're really trying to help or if they just there because, or maybe because they think his plan is not going to work. So it's an interesting story because you see him protecting, obviously, his daughters, but also protecting what his idea is to make sure his daughters reach the pinnacle of what he has planned for them. And he's very conscious of protecting them, but also giving them the time to kind of grow once they started to get older and say, Dad, hey, I could do this myself. I could do it like this, or I want to do it like this. So it kind of shows you that story. So here's a preview for that. King Richard here on HBO Max right now. Will Smith done a fantastic job. He's a great actor. It's hard not to put him in. He's not going to do a bad. There's very few bad movies that he's in.
What's going on? Everybody okay?
They got a call, said there was trouble in the house.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. You all need to look around.
It's a little wet for practice and everything. Don't the girls have schoolwork to do?
They do their homework. Tundi's first in her class. Lynn and Isha are too.
Now, I don't even mind you saying we hard on these kids. You know why? Because we are. That's our job, to keep them off these streets. You want to check on the kids? Let's check on the kids. We got future doctors and lawyers, plus a couple tennis stars in this house.
The chances of achieving the kind of success that you're talking about is just very, very unlikely.
Okay, you making a mistake, but I'm gonna let you make it. Watch him hit a few balls. All right. So tell me your names again.
I'm Venus. I'm Serena.
So what you think?
They good. That's what I think.
A 78-page plan for
they
their
good.
whole career before they was even born.
Yeah, baby, yeah!
These girls so great, how come I've never heard of them?
They're from Compton.
That's
okay.
why.
They just not used to seeing.
You ain't gonna hear everything coming out of Compton. That's good. So
she's nervous.
back at that in that time.
Step up. Maybe she ought to take a few more steps up. Just get someplace safe.
I think you might just have the next Michael Jordan.
Oh no, brother man. I got me the next too.
I like it.
This next step you got to take. You're not gonna just be representing you. You're gonna be representing every little black girl on earth.
They're not gonna let you down.
How could you? This world ain't never had no respect for Richard Williams, but they gonna respect y'all. You gonna walk out there with your head up. You are a champion, and the whole world know it. The most dangerous creature on this whole earth. It's a woman who know how to think.
Yes, Daddy.
Ain't nothing she can't do. You gonna show them how dangerous you are?
Yep. They sure did. And they still doing it.
Venus and Serena gonna shake up this world.
And they did it. They doing it now, Mr.
Venus
Richard.
Williams, who is your best friend?
You, Daddy.
Serena Williams, who is your best friend?
Venus. Then you. Then you. After Venus.
I love it. I love it. And watching this movie, me and my wife watched it last week, and it was just something very inspirational. Something that I can relate to on many levels, just because of the journey it takes to get where you need to get to become somebody that you knew you could be. From the days waking up super early to go to practice or go to school, working out in the rain. I've done that, to watch them do that, and knowing the fact that they were literally right down the street from where I grew up in Los Angeles. I was in South Central, which was Crenshaw area, which is Crenshaw area, Dorsey High School area. Compton, California was probably like a 20-30 minute ride south of LA, depends on the traffic. And to know that they come from that, region of Los Angeles to do what they did, for me, no surprise, because the parents that had to raise kids, my parents were part of that, had to raise children in that environment. And it's a tough environment. Everybody knew what Compton was about. Everybody knew what South Central was about. You see the movies, you see the tragedies of kids getting, shot and killed, or a stray bullet, or a football star losing his life, because of a miscommunication, or somebody mistaking him or her for another person and them getting shot. So that's why, and you see in that movie what King Richard is all about, him protecting his daughters, not only from the society within the community, but the society outside, because obviously the society looking at them, not thinking that young black girls could play tennis at that time. This was in the mid to late 90s. This is when I was coming, like I said. So seeing this, and now seeing this movie, where in the movie I'm like reliving my childhood, watching them coming up when I remember it was my freshman year of college when I started to hear, because I'm a few years older than him. I'm like 4 or 5. I'm like 4 years older than Serena. Serena's 41, I believe. I'm 3 years older than her. So I'm 44. Serena's 41. So 3 years or 2 years. No, 3 years. And then Serena's 40. And so I'm 4 years older than her. So that was like 1995 was my freshman year. That's when I first heard about them. I'm like, this is cool. This is awesome. I hope they get to where they want to be. Or at that time was Venus, and then Serena popped on the scene a few years later. So good question by Wahoo Sam. Says, did you ever have a moment that when you realized you were really good at football? A couple moments. My first moment when I was in the 4th grade, and and it's part of way my mom and dad raised me. Hardworking, instilling accountability in myself, that telling me something that I know that I needed to do. As a student, get good grades, stay out of trouble. Those are the only 2 things that my mom and dad kind of repetitively said to me over and over again. We want A's and B's and stay out of trouble. That means no fighting at school, no getting in trouble with the teachers. Those are the things. So obviously that's it's not impossible, but it's tough. And I got in fights, I got in trouble with teachers, but my grades were always there. And one thing about fighting, growing up in California, it's gonna happen. I say any school, it's gonna happen. I say, but I never started a fight. I did finish them. I did get suspended, but I learned from my mistakes as a young kid. And so it was 4th grade, and I remember it was that day. My teacher was named Miss Parker, and she asked the class to go up to the go up to the chalkboard, and write on the chalkboard what you wanted to be when you grow up. And I said, I went up there, and I'm like, I had it in my head, yeah, I'm gonna write this on the board. So I went up there, I wrote, I want to be a baseball player, a professional baseball player, or a professional football player. And one of the first people I heard say something out of their mouth that was a negative thing was my teacher, Miss Parker. And she says, that's too hard. You're not going to be able to do that. And just like I think we saw earlier, either in that preview or somebody saying, that you can't do something, that was my first motivation. And I was like, oh, okay, watch me. I'm going to do this too. I'm going to be a baseball player or a football player when I grow up. I'm going to pick one and go with it, or pick both, because I knew Bo Jackson did it at that time. And I found out later another baseball player that I followed, Ken Griffey Jr., he played football, high school football, before he went on to the major leagues, become the player that we knew about. What's up, Stan DeBerry? So yeah, that was 4 years old. That's when I first realized what I wanted to do. And then as different stages in my life, I say once I got to high school, my senior year of high school was the year where I knew, I was like, all right, I could play at the college football Division I level, because we were on a good football team. We moved back to Nebraska, and competition in Omaha, Nebraska football, high school football wise, was very competitive. We had a lot of players on our team and teams that we played against that had been Division I athletes. So I knew if I could compete at a high level, that means obviously rush for a lot of yards, play good, be competitive at that high school level in Omaha, Nebraska. I knew I could go to the next level. Hassel says, this movie will make me cry. Yes. Cry for sure. Yes, it is, man. You got to watch it. It's full of emotions. It got me choked up a little bit, too. It's because of the conversations, the things that King Richard had to go to. But, yeah, but I knew then, again, high school level, my senior year, that I knew I could do it. Then my freshman year at Nebraska, I would say halfway through my freshman year, I knew I could play at the professional level. And I knew that just because I played on the number 1 team in the country at that time, the University of Nebraska, Cornhuskers football team. We were ranked number 1, pretty much number 1 or number 2 that whole season, my freshman year. And to practice against the guys that I played against, in practice, my teammates, these guys, you know, they're going to be first round, second round draft picks in the upcoming draft. So if I knew then, okay, if I could play with these guys in practice, we had the number 1 defense in college football in 1995, my fresh out of high school year. So I knew if I could practice against these guys and survive, I'm going to make it to the league. Because a lot of those guys, I would say 80% of our defensive players, 70% of our offensive players all got drafted. First round, second round. And we're pretty much like Alabama today. You look at Alabama has players from every position getting drafted, you know, first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth round, every round, and it's going to the league, is having great careers in the NFL. That was us back in the mid to late 90s. So I knew then my freshman year. So it was a stage thing, but like it started when I was in the 4th grade and then carried on. And that's when you watch this movie of the story of Serena, and really the story of their father Richard, who basically had the mindset and had the intuition and the parenting in him, along with his wife, to raise their kids, all of them, not just Venus and Serena, but all 5 of them in an environment that wasn't, you know, built to raise a family, but they did it. And a lot of families did. They weren't the only family, but they did it. And he stuck to his plan. And he had to do certain things. Obviously, he rubbed people the wrong way with his attitude because he was protecting his kids. You know, those were his flesh and blood that he knew there were a higher calling for them. So just watch that movie, check it out. It's a good movie. You're gonna have it. It's one of them, you know, it's a family movie for sure. Sit down with your family, watch it, enjoy it. And so go to the Twitch chat real quick. Thanks for the follow, A Reigns. Thank you for that. You're a part of the Greenies. Seth Lordy says, I grew up not far from Compton. Great memory of Eazy-E bowling with his family next to me. Sweet. Actually, I met Eazy-E too. Me and my dad, so when we lived in South Central, to hustle for some extra Christmas money. One year, I might have been 8, 9, 10, somewhere in that age range. And so my dad had a friend who was selling the flavored popcorn tins, kind of like Garrett's popcorn, caramel, cheese, buttered, plain. And he asked my dad, hey, you know, you want to make a couple bucks? You could sell these popcorn tins for us. So my dad said, hey, Dad, son, you want to make some extra money? I said, yeah. So we were going out to Beverly Hills, Hollywood, North Hollywood, to all these companies, businesses, dropping off, selling them, hustling. I think my cut was about, for, you know, a 10-year-old getting like $200 I earned because I would walk the orders to the secretary's desk and say, here's an order for so-and-so. You know, so they'll be like, give you a minute. Here's your money. Here you go. I'll give her the popcorn and I'll walk out. So, you know, and that's part of the building character, as like Hassel just mentioned. So, yeah, I definitely understand that. That says, Sans the Berry says, just grinding his work day. How are you? I'm doing good, man. Just grinding it out. About to get my days really started. I mean, my day's already been started. I'm talking to y'all. It's been great so far. Now we're about to wrap this show up. We got good engagement with everybody in the chat here. So Wahoo Sam says, Miss Parker was probably glad to be wrong when she saw you reached your dream. I hope so. She was an older lady already, so I don't know if she was around. We moved back to Nebraska, so I never got a chance to like see her again. And she was, like I said, she was in her 60s teaching me as a 4th grader. So who knows? I hope maybe she did. I hope everything's fine with her now. And then Hassel says, Hawk versus Spawn says the sisters as a double team. Look out, world. Yes, exactly. And then JFK said, in between Miami's reign of college football. Of course, a Hurricane fan will mention that. Of course, but he is. He's right. They were good. They didn't get play. I didn't get to play them. That wouldn't have been pretty, though. I just tell you that. JFK. Sif Lordy says, sweet, North Hollywood. I played cornerback for North Ho Huskies, so North Hollywood Huskies. Gotcha. I said, and JFK says, did you ever play any Florida schools? We played against the Gators, and we put it on them. It wasn't pretty. We beat the Gators for the national title in the Tostitos Fiesta Bowl. We beat them 62-24, and so it was a bad game from this jump on JFK in that game. Oh, you were chanting Ohio. Oh, I get it. You just, when you put them into two messages, I kind of like threw me off. I got it, what you're saying, hot sauce. Man, so that's it for our show. And I want to say thank you for everyone coming in. I got the message, hot sauce. I finally put it together when you said the last couple messages. Thank you. So again, follow us on Instagram and Twitter. The show, you could go on there. It's Ahman Greens. It's AGG Gamers Lounge, or it's AG Gamers Lounge on Instagram. Then you can follow me, Ahman Green 30, all one word, on Twitter and Instagram. And next week, I know John will be back, and you have John Cast Podcast. He has that going. Actually, I did the last episode with him, so tune into his podcast. You can hear me and him talk about my career and my life. But also, you can download this podcast wherever you download your podcast. That's iHeartRadio, that's Spotify, that's Apple Podcasts. And rate us, review us. We like that. That helps us get better. That helps us come up with new ideas when you give us the feedback. So do all that. And like I said, on Instagram, it's AG_Gamers Lounge. Follow us on TikTok too, and that's AG Gamers Lounge as well. It's AG Gamers Lounge on TikTok as well. Putting out a couple little videos there. I'm getting new to it. I'm just getting new to TikTok, so it's kind of like, okay, let me figure this thing out. So I'm just doing some stuff there. So follow us, like us, review us there, give me some feedback, let me know anything else. Give me more ideas about what we could do here from a social media side to let people know about Ahman Green's Gamers Lounge here. So like I said, we're live on Twitch every week. Remind you of that. And then the podcast gets loaded up to the podcast ecosystem, so it's out there everywhere. And then I have another podcast as well for myself. I've been doing it all season. It's myself and my teammate Mike Wall. It's called On My Block, and that's wherever you download your podcast. And that's a Green Bay Packers podcast, so that is a football one that you could download and listen. And that one is traditionally just like a podcast, so it's all audio. You listen to it when you download it, and when you go to that app to listen to it, it's on there. So we have week 14 up there where we just talked about this Bears game, and the Bears coming out with a big punch, but then couldn't quite finish the Packers off, and the Packers end up winning and now solidifying their number one seed position in the playoffs because Arizona Cardinals lost to the Rams on Monday Night Football. So we talked about that as well. We'll talk about the Rams loss, or the Rams win, from the Cardinals loss this past Monday. But from last week, we already talked about the Bears. So that is another thing I do. So again, like I said, Twitch, Facebook, YouTube, that's where those are the places you can find the Gamers Lounge and watch the chat and listen to it and hear your name on the chat in the video and all that fun stuff. So I hope everyone have a good rest of your Hump Day Wednesday, and I will see you guys in the chat next week. Thank you and goodbye.